Yeah, what's going on, guys? Spartan here, and guys, we are back today. We're going to be talking about the actual truth about what plaque buildup in the arteries, what actually causes plaque buildup in the arteries in the first place. And yes, guys, you can tell we got a boom, massive bicep pump today. Just came from the gym. So, guys, this is the truth of the matter. This video is called what? The actual, or what actually causes plaque buildup in the arteries. So let's answer this. So if you listen to mainstream media or you listen to the mainstream medical community, still it's shifting from this, but pretty much as a whole, still they are saying the more fat, the more plaque you're going to clog up your arteries with, the more cholesterol, the more plaque you're going to clog your arteries with, namely LDL, low density lipoprotein. So here's the thing, and this has been preached since, the 1950s. Ish, right? Okay, so here's the thing with that. If you look at people having heart attacks and cardiovascular disease, you'll notice a couple things. A lot of the people having heart attacks, plaque buildup, also known as atherosclerosis, and other cardiovascular issues related to this is what? A lot of them have low cholesterol. They have low cholesterol. And you think for a second, you say, wait a second. So why do we think this in the first place? Why did they say, fat will clog your arteries? Why do they say, cholesterol will clog your arteries? LDL is bad cholesterol, even though we need both HDL and LDL cholesterol equally for different functions in the human body. So, why do they think this in the first place? The reason the medical community thinks fat is bad and cholesterol is bad is why? Because they find the cholesterol in the plaques inside your arteries. So what happens is, obviously, you have a healthy blood vessel. Man, it's kind of hard to show. I should have set up my board, but let's say, okay, it's going this way. Here's the walls, right? You have a healthy blood vessel. What happens is that these plaques, they look like almost big yellow bubbles. You can Google them. These big plaques, start forming in the walls. And the reason they think fat and cholesterol is bad for you and clogs your arteries is because they find the cholesterol in these plaques. So they think, since the cholesterol's in these plaques, that must be the cause. And this is honestly a kindergarten way of thinking, because the thing is, like I said, we can tell without a doubt that there's tons and tons of people. I want to say about 40% of the people with heart attacks or atherosclerosis have normal or low cholesterol, which should tell us and tell the doctors and tell the scientists. I'm going to have to pull up the actual percent, but this should tell you, wait a second. If there's a lot of people with a low cholesterol having heart attacks, plaque buildup, and other cardiovascular issues, maybe we can't just say cholesterol and fat's bad. Maybe there's another reason. So, this kindergarten way of thinking has actually been changing the medical community as a whole. They're still holding on to this belief that, fat, in general, okay, guys? In general, they're holding on to this: fat's bad, cholesterol is bad. But the medical community is starting to shift away and change gears. Why? Because study after study after study, these newer studies are saying saturated fat is neither good for you nor bad for you. There's neither increase in death or decrease in mortality with or without saturated fats. And even they've done studies, looking at now the difference between saturated fat and your olive oils and your avocado. And guess what they're finding? Even these omega-3 healthy fats, there's no difference from saturated fats. So the stuff like this keeps coming out, and the medical community is starting to slowly shift away. Now, here's the punchline I want to get to you. Now, when they made this big push, I think it was 50s, 60s, the American diet used to consist of what? I don't want to say high fat, but it was moderate to high fat, and your protein, lower carbohydrates, low sugar. And what happened was, they demonized fats and they switched to sugar and pretty much a carbohydrate heavy lifestyle. And when they did that, you can see when this occurred, guess what happened? Diabetes and cardio. Well, I can say, at least from, I studied all this in college, all right, and our professor was went through all this. But basically, from switching from where we used to eat bacon, eggs, whole foods, but a pretty much a higher fat, lower carbohydrate diet. When we switched in the 50s, 60s to eating, okay, now we're going to eat low fat because fat's bad for you, and we're going to eat high carbohydrates, higher sugar diet, we saw that the heart attacks and also plaque buildup, things like this, about doubled. Okay, went way, way, way up. Okay, so just from that alone, even without any other studies, people's doctors, medical community should look at that and say, wait a second, there's a problem here. There's a big, big problem here. So all that aside, this is the punchline. This is what I want to give you guys. After looking through everything, what do we always see? Again, people with low cholesterol have issues, people with high cholesterol, so we know it's not the cholesterol. What actually causes plaque buildup in the arteries? This is what causes it. High blood sugar. High blood sugar, how high it gets, plus the time that it's elevated, directly damages the blood vessels. Thereby doing what? Thereby allowing then cholesterol, aka fats, to stick to the artery wall. That's what we see, all right? And this has been proven with diabetics because high blood sugar more or less rusts. And basically, it's a form of oxidation, but it'll rust out your blood vessels, specifically in the arteries, so to speak, and this is what causes fat to cling to it. We see that if you have healthy blood vessels, it doesn't matter how much fat you eat or food in general you eat, carbs, fats, whatever, sugar. But what happens is if you have damaged blood vessels, then the fats will stick to it, okay? And, I'm not telling people to go out and eat a stick of butter right now, but the bottom line is that healthy artery walls, healthy blood vessels do not have plaque buildup ever. It's when they get damaged. And what is one cause of the damage of damaged arteries, damaged blood vessels? High blood sugar, proven. It damages the blood vessels, then plaque can stick to it. This is very heavily noted in diabetics. And this can happen with people, with athletes, with people spiking up. Even if you're healthy, you don't have diabetes, you're constantly slamming carbs, big carb meals, your blood sugar spiking way up and then it's coming down, spiking way up. So you're doing damage over time. Secondly, the second big thing that damages blood vessels, and this has also been noted, this isn't proven as it were, but this has been noted by many scientists and doctors, is what? High blood pressure. There's a huge correlation between not only the high blood sugar, but also high blood pressure over time damages your arteries and blood vessels. And this is why scientists and doctors have noted that guess what? All the plaque buildup, even in somebody who's got bad, tons of plaque in their body, the reason that the arteries around the heart are always way, way, way more clogged with plaque than the extremities or than the veins. Why is it always the arteries around the heart? Because that's where the blood pressure is the highest. That's where the most amount of damage is occurring. So the two things that clog up your arteries, that clog up blood vessels, is what? High blood pressure causing damage over time, and also what? High blood sugar, okay, over time. Or even if you don't have diabetes and you're constantly smashing your blood sugar through the roof, even if you're healthy, even me, I've got amazing insulin sensitivity. I'm extremely healthy, as far as I know anyway, all right? But yeah, even me, if I drink a soda, your blood sugar is going skyrocketing, and then my pancreas will have to correct that. But the thing is, the problem with high fructose corn syrup and even straight table sugar is that the body cannot control these massive spikes immediately. It can't react that fast. So with sugar or with really processed carbohydrates, the issue is even in a healthy person, you're doing damage to your blood vessels because it takes time to bring your blood sugar back down. Guys, Seth Spartan, stay super safe and healthy. You only got one body, God gave you, take care of it. And that's pretty much it. Keep the questions coming, and we are out of here. Boom.